Leon Edwards, King of Streets. Why? What if? Those are the questions I ask myself every day. What if my dad didn't bring me to the United Kingdom? What if my gym never opened in the Addington neighborhood of Birmingham, England? It's just mad. It's a crazy thing. Why was I the one who made it off the streets of Kingston, Jamaica, who escaped the killing, the drugs, the poverty, when so many others didn't? I don't have the answer, really, but I do know I have a purpose. It's not just to be a UFC fighter or the future welterweight champion of the world. It's more than that. I was born in Kingston. I lived with my father, my mother and my brother Fabian in a wooden shack with a zinc roof. It wasn't a one bedroom, it was one room, period. In that room was the kitchen, the living room and the bedroom. We had one bed that we all slept in. That was most people's upbringing where I'm from. It was tough. But as a kid, it just seemed normal because everyone around you was living the same way. I was still happy as a kid. My mom and my dad provided me with the most things I wanted in life. It was never a sad story. I realized as I got a bit older why I was the first kid in my neighborhood to have a remote control car and a bike. My father was involved in, let's just say, questionable activities. Everyone would show him respect. I knew he was important in the community. I knew what he did. Everyone knew what he did. Because of my father, I was somewhat protected. But Kingston was crazy. It was filled with crime and gangs. The road you lived on was your lane. That's your area, and you can't go anywhere else. You are constantly beefing with people down the road from you. At night, you couldn't go down those other roads. Everyone is broke, but they are still warring over territory. It's probably the poverty and hunger that does it to men. It's mad. As a kid growing up in Jamaica, all you see is crime, drugs, killing, shooting, poverty, day in and day out. I've never seen someone get shot in front of my face, but I've seen people who were hit with bullets running to get away. Killing became normal to me as a kid. Hearing gunshots was normal. It did not faze me. When you are playing outside in Jamaica and you hear gunshots, you don't run and hide, you just look. And if it's nowhere near you, you carry on with your day. That was it. It's a part of life. We didn't know any better. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, my father moved to London, where his mother was living. My dad sent for us, my mom, Fabian and me. When I was almost 9 years old, we moved to Aston, a crime-ridden neighborhood in Birmingham. My dad stayed in London, and we saw him on some weekends. He bought us a house, and my mom worked cleaning jobs to support us. Aston was in a constant gang war. There was a Johnson crew and the Burger Bar boys. They were rivals, and violence constantly broke out between both sides. I fell in with the younger kids. I didn't plan to get into a gang. It's just what you did. It was a means of survival. People don't understand that your options are limited when you don't know any better. When I was 14, my father was murdered. He was shot and killed at a nightclub in London. It was something to do with money. I don't know what exactly. It was some mad shite. But I knew that it could happen. But that didn't make it any easier. It effed me up. It pushed me more into gang life and crime toward the negative. My mid-teens were my darkest years. My crew was involved with fights, robberies and stabbings. We sold some drugs. We smoked weed and drank a bit. I was arrested a few times for fights and having a knife. It was mostly fighting. I fought to defend friends. I fought to intimidate, and I fought because of beefs. I fought all the time. That's why my nickname is Rocky. I got that from school. That's before I got into MMA. I got it just from scrapping the streets.